Larry Fitzgerald's coronavirus diagnosis. In return, the invincible Larry Fitzgerald needs to come back for the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl with their franchise man. The guy who said that they'd only keep on playing unless if they win the Super Bowl, then he's ready to retire. Script is it, everybody. On the 15th day of the year of 2020, the Cardinals resigned Larry Fitzgerald. If you read through the article, his last game that he missed was against Atlanta. The Cardinals are 0-2 without Fitzgerald. They just played the Rams, and Larry Fitzgerald is ready to return. In gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers. In gematria, as we scroll down through the calculator, it's Rams that's got gematria 15. It's Tampa that's got gematria 15. Atlanta, the game back in 2014, the last time that Fitzgerald missed a game was against Atlanta, and it was going to happen again with the Super Bowl being played at Tampa. Larry Fitzgerald makes his return against a team that won a Super Bowl at Tampa, the New York Giants, on the 13th of December. December the 13th, when you add it up, adds up to 25. In gematria, it's Tampa Bay. That's got gematria of 25. Fitz has gematria of 25. Giants has gematria of 25. The Cardinals lost Super Bowl 43 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, if you look at his total catches for this season, coming off of a game of 62 yards, the gematria of Floyd, the gematria of Cardinal, he has 43 receptions at the time that he had this injury. Or the time that he tested positive for COVID-19, that I should say. Two reasons why he has 43 catches for the season. Number one, the Cardinals lost Super Bowl 43 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number two, the gematria positive as gematria of 43, and this is why Fitzgerald has his coronavirus diagnosis at this particular time. The amount of time from his coronavirus positive test diagnosis on Thanksgiving, when you include the end day, the amount of time to the Super Bowl is 74 days. And it is looking super duper likely that the season will not have to be pushed back. 74 days later from his positive coronavirus diagnosis, Larry Fitzgerald's going to win the Super Bowl, and this means that the Cardinals end a 74-year championship drought with their last title in 1947, which is a 21-year. In number 74 of the Arizona Cardinals, DJ Humphries described Larry Fitzgerald as invincible. Number 74 on the Arizona Cardinals, the left tackle. This is the word that he used to describe Fitzgerald. Invincible as gematria 54. Fitzgerald as gematria 54. There are 54 prior Super Bowls. If you look at Cliff Kingsbury, 35 wins, 46 wins right now. 8 straight wins gives him 54 wins to end the season. As a matter of fact, Cliff Kingsbury is born in the year 79. If you go up to the birth year of Cliff Kingsbury, he's born in 1979. And he's born in the year of the goat in the Chinese zodiac order. So 8 straight wins are on its way with the potential for 9-7 entering the Rams game. The Minnesota Vikings are going to miss the playoffs. It clearly is scripted. To where Fitzgerald tests positive. Cardinals can't win without him. And then the former ball boy of the Vikings, remember the former ball boy of the Vikings, Larry Fitzgerald, the ball boy of the Minnesota Vikings, as you see in that picture, growing up in Minneapolis. Black Lives Matter! The ball boy of the Vikings misses 2 games, scripted fashion. Vikings in, Cardinals out. Cardinals need Larry Fitzgerald. The local Minneapolis native needs to come back to take over the Vikings. What does that tell you? What's happening is that the script revolves around Larry Fitzgerald. It revolves around Black Lives Matter. It revolves around Minneapolis, Minnesota. It revolves around the team from Larry Fitzgerald's hometown. It revolves around the origins of Larry Fitzgerald in the NFL, dating back to being a ball boy. Well, guess what? They missed the playoffs. Vikings lose. They lose to the Bucks. They lose to that other team. They lose to the Saints. They lose to all of them. He's number 8 for reasons because he's a big, giant failure. And he ain't black like Kyler Murray. And this team is finishing 8th. They're missing the playoffs. They're missing the playoffs with Kirk Cousins. His contract extension was only 2 years. They're missing the playoffs. This guy stinks up games too occasionally. And that's why he is missing the playoffs. Kirk Cousins, you tripping, man. Kirk Cousins. The amount of time from December the 13th to February the 7th. 8 weeks in a day if you include the end day. That is the gematria of Cardinals. In case you haven't, in case if you don't know yet, the gematria of Cardinals has gematria of 81. It would also be Cliff Kingsbury's 86th game as the Cardinals head coach in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. More to come on the script of the Super Bowl once we are at the Super Bowl. And what's happening with St. Gonzalez? Alright, the amount of time from the New York Giants game, I should say, on December the... Obviously, the scripted games can have the Cardinals win because, hey, the Giants need to lose. They need to lose. Washington gets back in this playoff race. The amount of time from that game, 56 days, like I said before. Larry Fitzgerald returns from the coronavirus 56 days before the Super Bowl. What does that tell you? It tells you that it's coronavirus that's got gematria 56. 56 days. He returns and they win the Super Bowl. The day after the game, it's 55 days. Minneapolis, 9-7, 12-7. Black Lives Matter. The police chiefs. The script is in, everybody. The script is in. It's in. You're supposed to doubt one team, or one team is supposed to repeat. And those other teams can win. Those other teams can win. It's clearly a scripted. This team should be 8-4, but there's a scripted Larry Fitzgerald to be out. This team's not really 6-6. This team's not really 6-6, everybody, right now. Its title, that's gematria 66-21. The year 2021 is the Super Bowl. Curse is 66-21. Same old Cardinals. But notice that they went 6-5. They went 6-5 because of George Floyd, because of Jalen Hurts potentially helping the Eagles make the playoffs. Philadelphia 65. George Floyd is 65. Philadelphia was the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl. Cardinals were 6-5. This clearly revolves around George Floyd. It clearly revolves. George Floyd was killed on the 25th day, and Fitz is gematria 25, and Giants is 25, and they return against a team that won Super Bowl 25. Clearly, the scripted madness is revolving around Larry Fitzgerald, and you're supposed to ignore him because he doesn't play in the big market. Well, 29 weeks later, Larry Fitzgerald makes his return. That's the gematria of Larry. You see that? Once I go to the top here, Larry's gematria of 29. DJ Humphries, number 74. He's invincible. I know he's invincible. By the way, DJ Humphries played college football with the Florida Gators. Florida Gators in the state of Tampa, in the state of Florida, over by the city of Tampa, somewhere in the state. And then when you include the end day, the 56 and the 57 factor, what you get is the gematria of Super Bowl. Because 57 and Super Bowl, if I typed in 57 correctly, is going to give you the gematria of 131. And Cliff Kingsbury is 41. This is the gematria of Super Bowl. And now Larry Fitzgerald's birthday is August the 31st. The question being, what is the day duration from Larry Fitzgerald's birthday to the scripted return? Darnell, the Vikings ball boy, is here to knock the Vikings out of the playoffs. 15 weeks later, the gematria of Tampa, the gematria of the Rams, the last game that he missed again. Ooh, that means the Rams make it to the Super Bowl, right? Oh, right. Oh, no. No! It revolves around the player. So Larry Fitzgerald missed the games against the Patriots and the Rams. Let's see. That was over at... Was it at Atlanta? No, it wasn't. Wait. Yes. Fitzgerald missed games against two teams from a Super Bowl matchup. From Super Bowl 53. Oh, wait! I gotta think of that connection later. It's not, but, you see, they're 6-6. They're 6-4 with Larry Fitzgerald. You see that? What you see with 64 is the fact that they're 6-4 with Larry Fitzgerald before his return. Kansas City Chiefs has got Gematria of 64. Larry Fitzgerald and the virus. It's the 122nd season of the Arizona Cardinals, the 33rd season in Arizona, right? 6-4 with Larry Fitzgerald. If they win 8 straight games, it's 14-4 with Larry Fitzgerald. 14-4. That's the Gematria of Tampa Bay, Florida. So this team's going to run the table. This team's going to take the 5th seed to end the season against LA Rams. They're going to beat them.